Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. We're back with another series of Just Shayna. And tonight we're going to be talking about Fruits Baskets episode 4. So, episode 4, what did you guys think of episode 4? Oh my god. Guys, yo, Haru and Rin are they're now couple goals. They're couple goals. They're just giving me couple goals because so in this episode, Toro's a little worried about Rin and Yuki brings it to Haru's attention. As of right now, Haru doesn't really know what's going on with Rin because she broke up with him. So he goes to investigate after Yuki brings it up because Yuki thinks that she's in some sort of hospital. And it turns out nobody really knows where Rin is. She kind of disappeared the last episode. No one knows why, but the last person she spoke to was Akito's mom, and something about that woman is just a little sus. She's just a little bit sus. So eventually we see Hiro and Kisa. Oh my god, guys. When I tell you Hiro grew up, damn, Hiro grew up. Kisa, she's cute too. She's getting a little bit older, and I'm just like, okay, Kisa. So Hiro bumps into Kisa on his way home, and Kisa is coming to visit him so that she could meet Hiro's new little sister, Hinata. That little baby is so cute. If you see Hiro, he looks so protective of his little sister. And then Hiro starts to talk about how he feels about himself as a person and how he really needs to grow up and be a better person. And also just, be someone that's stronger, someone that she can count on as she's growing up. And Kisa's just looking at him in admiration. They eventually bump into Haru, and Haru is like, hey, you know that thing you were talking about earlier about Rin being sad? What was that about? And finally, Hiro admits to Haru that Akito pushed Rin off a balcony off the second floor. I know you don't like the female characters, but damn, girl. Like, I don't know what Rin has done to Akito for her to deserve all of this treatment. I just feel like it's a little unwarranted. And then Hiro then tells Kisa that the reason that she ended up in the hospital was because of him. Because Akito ended up hitting Kisa in the face after Hiro told Akito that he was in love with Kisa. I almost feel like they do it because they want her approval. Haru goes to look for Akito now because he wants answers. And then Kisa starts to cry. And this whole time I'm thinking Kisa's crying because she's probably mad that, oh, Hiro got me into the situation. Hiro's the reason why I ended up in the hospital. No, this girl is such a good girl. She's just like, you felt bad for me this whole time. And I'm just like, I like Kisa. However, I wasn't expecting that reaction from what Hiro told her because I'm not gonna lie, if I was Hiro, I would have thought that she would have blamed me for the reason why she ended up in the hospital. And that must have been a really tough period for her because she had no friends. Everybody in school was ignoring her, not talking to her. Even Hiro stopped talking to her. Like, that must have been a really rough time for her. So if I was Hiro, I would have just assumed that after telling her that, she would have just wrote me off, never talked to me ever again, done with me. Instead, she's over here crying and feeling guilty that she never noticed that Hiro was suffering. And she even told him, Hiro, you don't have to feel like that. Like, she's crying because she's so emotional about it because she can't believe Hiro carried that on his shoulders for so long. He really has been carrying a lot. He knew about Rin falling off the second floor. He knew the reason why Kisa got hurt and ended up in the hospital. He probably felt responsible for all of these, even though none of them were his fault. Like, he didn't cause Rin to fall off the second floor, but he didn't say anything about it either. I'm sure that weighed on him heavy. And he also didn't cause Kisa getting hurt. Akito just doesn't like when the Soma male characters fall in love. And he took that out on Kisa, and that's not Hiro's fault at all. Hiro starts to cry because he's really been carrying this weight on his shoulders of this guilt. And Kisa finally tells him, let it go. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to carry that. She's basically telling him, let it out. I love Kisa. Like, she's so cute and precious. So now fast forward, and Haru goes to confront Akito, and Haru is pissed. He confronts Akito and he says, why did you push Rin off the second floor? That's why she has that big scar on her back. And she's just like, oh, she just played it off like it was nothing. And this whole time, it was because of Akito. And Akito's like, oh, where'd you hear that from? And Haru's like, an oracle. Because of course he's not going to rat out Hiro. Haru's just a very protective, he's just a kind soul. So you know what? For him to have gotten really mad, like, I genuinely agree with him. Like, why did you push Rin off the second floor. And he also found out from Hiro that she's also trying to break the curse for him. She wants Haru to be happy and to be free. Being a Zodiac member, these Somas are chained to basically Akito, so anything that he says or does is just like it's almost like they can't go against it. Akito plays dumb. Like, come on. We all know you did it. Come on. Stop playing that. We know. Even Haru's not that stupid. Like, yes, he's a Zodiac member. Yes, you are the god of the Zodiacs. But he's not stupid. And he knows you're lying.
You're lying. You're a liar.
Clearly, Akito knows where Rin is, and nobody else does. So Kureno found her, like, in the cat's cage. And Rin is now going to the hospital because apparently she was locked in the cat's lair or dungeon. No one ever tries to go there or even sneak off there. No one ever, like, that's just how people keep that place off limits. So he was wondering why there was a maid delivering food to that place. She's like, oh, I don't know anything. And immediately she looks terrified. This woman looks so scared. It seems like for whatever hardship her family's going through, they kind of owe the Somas. If they found that she told Kureno what happened, that may affect her family. Lord knows what kind of deal is going on with the Somas and her family. Kureno says, just tell them I overpowered you, pretend like, you know, you were never here. And she begs Kureno to save her because she's like, she hasn't eaten in days. She's gonna die in there. I feel like the problem is a lot of people are afraid of Akito because of Akito's status and also because of Akito's godlike power over the Zodiacs. And I don't know why. I don't know what that has to do with anything and why that's such a big deal. Also, I guess another thing too is money is power. So maybe it's because they have a lot of wealth. So maybe that's what it is. But to be that afraid to not like tell that's something crazy is happening is a little insane. So it's not just the Zodiacs that she's affecting regular people. And Haru gets really pissed off because he had no idea that Ren was in the cat's cage this entire time, and he almost punches Akito in the face, but he misses her and hits the wall. And you know, he starts to get frustrated because he realizes that it's his fault that this even happened, because Akito was saying, you might as well have dug her grave when you told me that you loved her because you knew I hated her. And I was just like, damn, Akito. Guys, why does Akito hate Ren? I just want to know. Like, I'm so confused. What is the hate? Like, I don't understand. Out of everyone, she seems to hate Ren the most. And I know she hates Toru, but she hates Ren. Even Akito's mom doesn't like Ren. And because she seemed like a nice girl ever since she was a kid, everyone just seems to have rejected her. And what happened? Like, I don't think she did it. Like, why do you hate her? I'm confused. At one point, Haru's walking away and he remembers a younger version of Akito saying Haru, Haru, and I think he almost turns back. It seems like he almost turns back to go back to Akito, and I'm like, what do you do? What? No, you go into Ren. Go to Ren. You know, not Akito, Ren. I know there's like some strong bond between the Zodiacs and their god, but damn, like, you need to go see Ren. And then Haru turns around and he sees Kureno, and Kureno's like, get out, leave. You need to go see Ren. Because the first thing she said when she woke up and I found her in that cage was your name. And I thought that was super sweet because I just love their relationship. I think they're so cute and adorable. Like, I just love how genuine their relationship is. And Ren fights so hard to create happiness for Haru, and Haru fights so hard to create happiness for Ren. And it's like they don't even realize that they're trying to be each other's cheerleader. It's just, I just love their relationship. I just can't handle it. I'm still trying to battle between Kisa and Hiro's relationship versus Haru and Ren's relationship. I'm just like, oh shit, which one's the better one? I don't know. They're both right here. Haru goes to find Ren in the hospital, and Ren escapes from the hospital. And she's, you know, she looks really helpless. The reason she went missing for all those days was Akito's mom said, if you grant my wish, I can grant your wish. So basically, Ren's wish is to free Haru of the Zodiac Curse. Akito's mother's wish, which I forgot her name. I'll probably put it somewhere like right here. I hate that bitch. I don't even really want to know her name if I'm being completely honest. Akito's mom says, if you get this little box, I'll tell you how to break that curse. So Ren, of course she does it because she wants Haru to be free more than anything. She would sacrifice her entire life just for Haru to be free. And she's so sweet. She's such a good person. I just can't deal with it. So Ren goes and finds the box, and then Akito comes up behind her and she does not get that box. I think that box that she wanted her to retrieve, though, is a box with Akito's father's ashes. Akito comes up behind her, and that's the end of that plan, because after that, Akito makes her go into the cat's cage, cuts all her hair, like a lot of it. She snips all of her hair unevenly, chops it off. Like, it's actually kind of petty. It's like, have you ever met like little girls that are jealous of other girls with super long hair, so they take a scissors and they chop it off because they're that jealous? It feels kind of like that situation. So, and I actually feel awful because she's cutting off her hair, and Ren at that point looks completely lifeless. And I don't know if it has something to do with their bond, where she's completely immobile and she can't even move and get up. Like, she can't even move and fight back. Like, she's literally not even fighting her. Does this have something to do with their bond? It seems like she's sort of chained. And she said that the way Akito makes her feel is the same way her mom made her feel. And at that point, Akito leaves her in the cage to die because Akito hates Ren. Akito hates Ren with a passion. Akito would just rather her die. It's actually kind of sad because Akito really would have left her in there to die. She wouldn't have cared. She wouldn't have cared if Ren had died. She would have been like, I don't care. Like, it's almost like she wants all this power over all the males. I don't know what this thing is with her power complex, but it's getting kind of crazy. Like, I understand that you've been trapped in a home for your entire life and you don't know anything different. You've never had to experience high school. You've never had to experience the outside world by yourself. But this is beyond cruel. And like Kureno said, you cannot treat people like this. You can't treat people like this. It's not okay. So then Haru carries her, and she starts to realize, like, Haru's been there for everything for her. Like, he's literally just been there for her. He's been a ride or die for her no matter what. He's been there for her when she was little and she was on the floor, and even now when she's on the floor. Even though he wasn't able to carry her before, now he can carry her. This episode, guys, is so freaking cute towards the end. Akito is evil as hell. Evil as hell. I'm sorry, you cannot change my mind about Akito. I just don't think I'm ever gonna like her. Ever. There's nothing that can redeem Akito at this point. I understand that Akito has had to live a very sheltered life because of the fact that she was considered a god for the Zodiacs, and also because she wasn't exposed to the outside world, and also because her father made her believe that, you know, all these people were supposed to care about her, and now that they're not, she doesn't even know what to believe. So I understand, like, everything that's falling apart and she doesn't know what to do about it. When she hurts people, I don't think she really realizes how bad it is, like how much she affects their mental. And I cannot see any redeemable qualities for Akito. Like, do I feel bad for her? Sure. Do I hate her still? Yes, absolutely. I don't think I can get over the fact that she's done so many cruel things. She's been really awful, and they don't even deserve that. They don't deserve that. They already have enough hell. They already turn into freaking animals. Like, isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? So what you guys think? I thought this episode was pretty good. I'm starting to realize that it seems like Kureno is sticking around to mediate things. Like, if Kureno wasn't there to tell Haru, leave, get out, I don't think Haru would have left. Because of Akito's bond with the Zodiac members, it seemed like Haru was about to turn back around and go to Akito instead of go to Ren. But if it wasn't for Kureno saying, leave, go, don't come back, I don't want to say he wouldn't have went. I just don't think he would have went immediately. I know Haru loves Ren, but that Zodiac bond seems a lot stronger than what we think it is. I know the last review I said he's kind of like being a martyr and it's pissing me off. But see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. I mean, like, I'm getting a little excited about this. This is getting really interesting now. So tell me what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe. There's so much more I would say, but I'm not trying to talk forever in this video, guys. I know how I can just go off on a tangent. I can just talk. All right, I'm done. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.